by Charles Laloma, will be available in hard copy or digital.
All right, all right.
Hello, hello, hello.
Welcome to the LDM Show. I'm Charles Laloma.
Lydia Penn here. Happy Thursday.
Yes, and as you see, my book is ready. Well, not ready for the public yet. We're doing a launch, and then those people will get the book first, and then they're going to be putting it on Barnes & Nobles after that.
Nice. Looking forward
So,
to it.
if you want your book before anybody else and signed, and you get to meet us, and as well as a couple other people that will probably be there. So check that out. Go to the LDM Facebook page or the LDM Network page, and you can see the information there. But the book is out. If you want to know a little bit more about the book, I was on El Latino Juido yesterday.
Oh, yeah?
Check them out. I spoke about the book and things like that. So
All right.
if we have
That's
time,
exciting.
we'll take some questions about it. But I just want to go straight to some of these good topics that we have.
Juicy topics. Juicy, juicy.
Oh, yeah. So, first things first. Wait, before I even start, I see the engineer moving around. Like, are we good? Are we good? Oh, okay. Just want to make sure. All right. So, first thing is first. I can't. Because I'll be like trying to pay attention over there.
Oh, man.
But let's go to, I know we were speaking about like Africa and people of power.
Yeah,
So,
Africa is empowered right now, parts of it.
Yeah, that brings me up to a video that I was going to show where what happens to someone that doesn't have the power as they thought they did. Well, this man is on eligible for parole.
Okay.
But we're going to show the video and see what happens to a person, a parole officer that doesn't have the power as they thought they did
Okay.
with parole.
At the hearing?
Yes.
Oh, those are some of the most funniest
Ones.
videos.
Play that.
Tell us why you think you deserve parole.
Hey, if you're going to give it to me, give it to me. If not, I could go back. I'm not here to debate with y'all or nothing. If you're going to grant me parole, grant it to me. If you're not going to grant it to me, I got 5 months to go. As simple as that.
This is the moment a man argues with the parole board.
You know, Mr. Edwards, you make it very difficult to even consider you for parole.
I'm just being straight up. If you're going to grant it to me, grant it to me.
You know,
If not, I'll go back and I'll finish my time.
Okay. Well, why did you not want to cooperate with the parole officer
I'm cooperating. I got caught with a gun. I'm guilty of that. Okay. I'm serving my time for that. I never said I didn't have it. I never said I didn't do it. If you're going to grant me parole, grant me parole. The reason I carry the gun, you want to know? Because I've been shot up 4 times. The reason I carry it is for my protection.
Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments.
Offer no solutions. That's unfortunate.
All right. So this is a perfect example of you don't have the power and you lose control because parole officers and the whole parole system, let me tell you guys, I haven't been in jail for years. I haven't been in prison. So I don't know, I don't know how it is inside.
It's not,
only what I see. But
not very different.
let me tell you something. If you only have a couple of months to go, do not, and I repeat, do not take parole. I've seen many people get screwed.
Yeah, what's the point of that?
Parole.
You're going to leave anyway, you know?
You leave early. Yeah, I leave early. And then you wind up in jail with more time because you violated a parole. You breathed wrong.
Right.
You
You're
took
with
the wrong
somebody
shirt.
with the wrong person. They're
You
looking
came 1 minute late to see the parole officer.
Yeah.
The parole officer doesn't even like you no more.
Right.
So he looked for, do not do it. So here comes a guy that says, listen, I got 5 months. So you give me parole or you don't.
Right.
It's up. I can't believe she said, why are you not cooperating with us?
I don't understand what she wanted other than
What she
for him
meant.
to
I'm
beg.
going to explain what she meant to say.
Yeah.
Why are you not begging and swallowing and scared like we want you to
It
be
wouldn't make sense
so we could
to.
control your life?
Right.
Why you're not doing this? That's exactly what she meant. So he was like calm about it. Do what you want to do.
Yeah.
They didn't like that. They do not like when you don't give them the power.
That's unfortunate.
Kudos to the man. I don't care what he did in his past or why he's in jail, but kudos to you for not giving them the power.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Being smart and saying I only got 5 more months.
Right.
I do it out there
Do what you
or
want.
do it in here. But either way, I'm going to finish my 5 months.
Yeah.
So
Right.
stay there because that parole officer already looked like she was going to try to find something to bring you back.
Right.
So stay there for 5
Breathe wrong,
5
just
more
like
months.
you said.
Hey, Ruben, how's it going? Yeah, because
What's going on, Ruben?
they automatically, if you spit wrong, if you look wrong, I seen people go in because they were 2
They're
minutes
watching
late.
you. Yeah, they're watching you. They're waiting. It's like they get incentive for you to fail.
Yeah.
You know. So,
And then that 2 months winds up to another 6 months or 7 months.
yeah, just leave when you're supposed
Mhm.
to leave.
No
It's not
parole.
worth it.
If you can come on probation, then do that. Probation, the difference between parole and probation, parole, you got to check in all the time to your parole officers. You got to do programs and stuff like that.
After you're released.
Probation, you do not have to check to nobody.
Right.
As long as you do not get stopped by a crime,
Right. You adhere by the rules. You stay.
You're good.
You stay clean. That's it.
you're good.
For a certain amount of time, whatever length of time.
Whatever time they give you.
Sometimes it's months, sometimes it's years.
It can be 2 days. It can be an hour.
Depending on what you did.
Yeah. So whatever they give you, hey, as long as you don't get no crime for the year, you're good.
Yeah.
You don't have to check in. You don't have to do programs. You don't have to do nothing.
Yeah.
That's different.
Mhm.
If they would have told him, I'll give you probation for 2 months.
No.
Then I would have maybe fought for it. But you said parole?
Yeah.
No, I don't trust you.
That's monitoring.
It already sounds like the lady don't like him.
It's personal.
Hey,
now.
Apollonia, how's it going?
What's up, Apollonia? Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, I'm like, no. It automatically, if someone doesn't like you and they have the power,
If it walks like a duck,
don't do it. Don't do it.
it quacks like a duck.
Yeah, I know, like,
Hammer ducks.
I have family members that I'll be like, hey, why you didn't come out early? You have parole date. He was like, I canceled my parole date. I was going to do my whole time.
Yeah.
Some of my family members would not come out on parole because they like, nope, you're not going to get me out there.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, I didn't get a job or I got fired because I heard that
Right.
even if you get fired, you can go back to jail.
Yeah, I heard about that. It's like that's a lot of stress.
No, that's too
you
much
can't
stress for a
control
person.
the labor market.
Yeah.
Not right now, anyway.
Ruben put something up.
What's up?
I can't hardly see because the light is hitting the phone, but let's see. They'll probably pop it up in the screen.
All right.
But it's one of those things where do not fall for the power. I had to report
Don't
every
believe the
week
hype.
to dope. See, look,
Yeah, that's stressful.
and that's kind of
oink,
stressful
oink, oink.
to the pigs.
That's stressful.
You
You
know,
know,
to the
and you're
puercos.
walking on eggshells at work. You're walking on eggshells outside of work.
Yeah.
And then half the time the job isn't even to your benefit. You know, you just got it just for the sake of being on paper.
Yeah.
You know,
And that's my
you got to put up
my
with that
brother-in-law.
person's crap.
That's my brother-in-law right there. He had to walk on eggshells. Be careful what I gotta do. I can't hang with this person.
I can't have pride.
I can't even throw a paper on the floor. And then
Or get angry.
honestly, I always thought, and that since he wind up with slight diabetes, and I always thought of that as the stress caused the diabetes, and the stress was caused by them.
Yeah.
Yeah. by having him.
That's
but
very possible.
He didn't do nothing wrong. He's good. He's one of my I can say my best Spanish brother-in-law. 'Cause I got a Filipino brother-in-law too. So but he's cool people,
Familia.
and he did a lot of things. Hey, my Italiano friend Frankie is online right now too.
What's up?
How's it going, Frank? But parole is different between probation. So for you guys that just logged on, I showed a video where a parole officer was getting upset because the how you call it?
She had
the
no
inmate,
power,
The
really.
inmate
Yeah.
didn't care if he got parole or not, and she was getting upset
Right.
because he
was
wasn't
getting ready
begging.
to be released in a few months.
Right.
So
So what do you think about that, guys? Was he right to not beg He only had, what, 2
No,
months, was it?
just because you are a felon or have been in the system does not mean that you are not deserving of a sense of pride. And common sense is common sense. If I'm getting out in a few months, what do I care about doing extra work just to appease you? No.
No. You know,
You did your time, you know?
Yeah.
It's time to move on. It's not time to get caught up in the system.
oh, the muscle man, Frank. It's one of those things where if I don't understand, especially people, all cause they did a crime and they came out. And then you were okay talking to them, and then all of a sudden you found out they did a crime. Oh my God, this and that. Why? Sad part is another man telling you what to do.
Right.
That is the worst.
Especially if you could run circles around that man.
Yeah.
That'd
that's
piss anybody
another,
off.
That's another thing too. But what I was gonna say, the saddest part is when they condemn you for a crime that you already paid for.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're further condemned
Once
you get out.
I'm not gonna let you slide if you're a molester or something like that.
Oh yeah,
that's different.
I saw one of those parole hearings.
Yeah,
That was
hey Apple, but
hey Apollonia.
I am gonna forget about if you were a drug seller, or if you accidentally beat up someone, he died, and stuff like that.
Right, you
Things
didn't
like that, I'm like,
intend
you
to
did
hurt
your time
anybody.
already.
Yeah, for real.
You did your time. As long as you don't react on the stuff, you're okay.
You're trying to move forward. You shouldn't have to pay for that your entire life.
Guy trying to get a job, and then you don't want to give him the job because he did time that has nothing to do
Something
with the
that
job.
he did as a kid.
Or he did as a kid.
No.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, he was a teenager, and now he's a big grown adult, and he's trying to change his life, and you don't give him that chance.
Even if his record shows, his track record shows what
That
he's
he was
doing.
a great inmate, or he did this, or did
Right.
that.
And what he's doing now to improve. No.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes that's just the.
But then there are some that be in jail for too long and don't want to better their lives.
Oh yeah, that is their life.
Yeah.
Mm.
But, to that old man, stick to your guts and don't give them the power. All right.
Fight the power.
Right. But speaking of too much power, I spoke about the pastor who closed the door. I didn't touch on it, but I didn't spoke about it, but I touched on it last week. Who said,
Remind me.
close the door until we make this certain amount of money.
Yeah.
And this is why I call a lot of the churches a cult, because that's what it is. It's a cult.
Or a scam.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know,
a scam is when they playing a trick on you and then they run away.
Yeah.
Then they run away. Those are
Sometimes
scams.
it's a Ponzi scheme. Sometimes.
For churches, I call them cults because they stay there. A scam, they'll take your money and then they run.
And then they
You will
run.
never see them again.
No, they'll milk you for your life.
For your cult, like they're going to milk you for the money for life. I'm not a Christian or a church person, and this is not about religion, but
It's about power and control.
your book does say believe in him in your heart and your mind, not believe in him through a person
Right.
and in a building.
A human being.
In a building. But here's what he did, and he got a lot of riff for it. Play that video.
And they understand the cost that is involved. There's 1,000 of you. I said close them doors. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. It's 1,000 that's watching online. This is a small seed. If I get 1,000 online to give this, if I get 1,000 in the sanctuary to give this, that's $40,000 tonight. Now, everyone up here, we've all sold and seeded, but I need everyone standing up here with us, with me, to plant a seed of $100. Because again, it costs to sit up here. And this is what I need you to do. If you're giving electronically, or even if you're giving tangibly, I'm gonna have y'all come to the altar and give it, because I need to see 1,000 people moving. Bring them baskets. I want the baskets up here. I want to see the folk. Y'all start moving. Y'all can.
That's true evil at its
Yeah,
best.
there's more to the video, but it was just disgusting. I was like, cut it.
Very.
He closed the door. So for you guys to know, by law, it's called kidnapping. Once you lock the doors
Unwillingly, right?
and let people unwillingly leave,
Did anybody try to leave?
yeah,
And
it's called kidnapping. You
They were
just stop their
intimidated?
forward motion. That's what kidnapping is. That's one. Second, you are endangering their lives for firearm reasons. by locking the doors.
All right, and you're taking from them.
Third, you're taking from them. Ain't that stealing? And then fourth, you're talking in the wrong tongue, because God even said, do not believe in false prophets, and do not worship any statues or any person above you.
No human beings, right.
So you're worshiping him and giving him his money. Again, I'm not going to preach. I'm probably going to sound like my sperm donor, because he was a pastor. But no. $40,000, and you're telling these people to, and then he goes on and says, if the person doesn't give, that means he doesn't believe in you.
All right, you're manipulating. It's just the epitome of evil.
Yes, and this is what's going on. But
he's supposed to be trusted.
And now he's saying he didn't mean it that way, because he's getting death threats, and the DA might charge him.
I was just playing.
So now he was like, oh, they reading it out of context. Reading out of context,
Oh,
you
so
told them to lock the doors until you get $40,000. Ain't that a ransom?
He was just being theoretical, not literal.
So he just, and then he told the electronics people, if you're giving
People
electronically.
are just overreacting.
Oh, yeah, it's everyone overreacting. You lock the door and you ask for a ransom, saying if they don't give us $40,000, we're not opening this door. That's a ransom, kidnapping ransom.
How did this
That's
end?
the reason why.
How did all of this end?
Well, they still debating. I don't know why y'all debating if they're going to charge him. But he is scared, because now people are going to the church, giving death threats, and other Christians are death threatening the people that go to that church.
Yeah.
Like, you're stupid for going to this church, and they fighting. So now he just put a video saying, I didn't mean it that way. So how did you mean it? There's only one way to look.
He didn't realize he would get so much backlash.
He was stupid. He was live videoing it. How stupid can you be?
He thought the sheeps would follow.
Oh, my God. This world, listen.
They didn't have that much faith in him, apparently.
If you did not know by now, this past 10 years has shown its face. The devil has, like, risen up.
There's no limits. No limits to the evil.
Everything that you see. People right now, and we spoke about it last week,
immune.
How they embracing the evil people and damning the good people.
Mm-hmm.
Like the girl that got hit in the head.
Yeah,
they
rewarding the evil.
Awarding the girl that hit her in the head, but they bad-mouthing the girl that got hit.
Yeah, it's backward. It's all backward.
They embracing the people, scratching people's Teslas and hard-on work that they pay for these cars.
Like
embracing them. But
did you hear what happened to that evil stepmother in Danbury, Connecticut?
Which one? The one that
she had her stepson for like 10 years, pulled him out of school, 20 years I think. He set fire to his room just so he can escape. He was 68 pounds when they found him.
And I bet you they're gonna embrace her, and not him.
She's on. I'm trying to restrain myself. She's out and walking.
Oh. See, this is
with an ankle bracelet, maybe. I'm not sure.
I don't care what she's on.
Yeah.
What she's on. If she's out, this is the stupidest thing that I'm saying. This
you
is
know
what
I
I'm saying.
mean? Like
embracing the evil and damning the good.
You should have seen how he had to live. It's
sad.
It's horrible.
It's sad.
I don't understand that.
It's just today I was just watching a video. I don't bring people down, but a grandmother shot a 6-month-old in the face for no reason. The cops are sitting there trying to get the story when the father's, oh my God, go find her. She just ran. She's in the car going down that direction. Well, sir,
there's no urgency.
We want to find out why. Who cares?
Yeah. Wow. We know who did it. Yeah.
He
She's
told her
hurt
who
someone
did
else.
it. Catch her first and then find out what's happened.
Unbelievable.
No, they trying to find out all this stuff first. Then the captain, a sergeant comes on board and tells the guy, so who shot her? Well, they said the mother shot her, so do we know where she at? Yeah, they said that.
And you know where she's at.
He said,
that's insane.
So you're going to tell me you didn't send for a car to find her?
Yeah.
Like, he even said it. Like, you are investigating what?
That's not okay.
Evil. The world is evil today. I'm telling you. You embrace one thing one year, and because you don't like someone, now you're not embracing it this year. But you're embracing all the evil. So like, I'm sorry. I'm a nice person, and people know until you mess with me. or
Of
mess with
course.
my family,
Of course.
you're done. If I had a Tesla and you scratched it, and plus you're stupid because you know all Teslas have mad cameras. Every single person that did something to the Tesla is in jail because they got cameras.
Wow.
I'm not giving that camera to the cops. I'm giving it to an investigator to find your ass, and I'm gonna deal with you.
Right.
Because I
the proof.
paid so much money for that. And plus, if you think about it, people, not to get political here, but Democrats are the ones that fought for that car. So they're the ones that brought it. So Democrats are scratching Democrats' cars.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's a lot of
Yeah, stupid.
separatism in democracy.
Yeah, stupid. But anyway,
It's just
don't embrace the evil no more, people. Come on
all
now.
over the place with Democrats.
Let's help the people that are doing good, and stop worrying.
Uplift each other.
Yes, please. You know?
Evolve. We're not evolving right now as human race, and that needs to change.
Yeah, man. But that thing with the parole board and the pastor, I just wanted to show people, like, enlighten them, like, if you don't notice, the world is becoming evil, and y'all people embracing it. Stop being sheeps and think for yourselves.
Yeah.
You'll be a better off person.
Question authority.
It's like they say, like, if you have a best friend, and now all of a sudden your best friend don't like your friend because they got separate friends.
Right.
Now you're not gonna like that friend just because your best friend don't like them.
But you don't know them.
But you don't know why or nothing like that. That's stupid. That's what's going on now.
Yeah.
And be like, listen, you don't like the person, but that person didn't do nothing to me.
Right.
So I'm cool. But no, don't like her. Why? Because she don't like her. But why? It doesn't matter.
It does matter.
It doesn't matter. If she doesn't like her, I'm not gonna like her. No, that doesn't work.
That's what people do. They round up people
Right.
to hate the people that they hate.
And that's
Right.
what's going on now. And you're doing blindless, stupid
Yeah,
things,
you
and then
should-
you're gonna get mad that you're in jail, and the people that told you to do it is not even helping you. Stupid. Come on now. I'm like, nah. What happened to the days when they be like, hey, yo, let's jump off the second floor window? Well, no, I did that. I jumped off the second floor window into a mattress. But because I wanted to do it, because I wanted to be a stunt man. But we used to tell a person, yo, come and do that. They'd be like, yeah.
Yeah, of course. It's a dare.
Then they look at it, they were like, nah,
Nah.
man. But it's a dare. I don't care.
Right.
You don't want to talk to me? No problem. Nowadays, I'll be like, yo, jump off the second floor window without a mattress and guarantee you're not going to get hurt.
Okay.
Believe it. I did it with no proof. With no proof that I did it. They'd be like, yo, Charles did it. Let's do it. You're stupid. That's all to it. But
you gotta question things.
yeah,
think
question
about it.
everything. But let's get into one of the Love Corner topics, and then we're going to get to the main funny topic. I seen Bay Plaza, for New York people that don't know, it's getting close to Connecticut, right? The mall?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like close to Connecticut.
You're talking about that,
What happened? Check my what?
your phone.
What about my phone?
Messages.
Oh. Share the show to Magna.
Oh.
Why, she can't get on?
Yeah. Sorry, Magda.
Oh, I did on yeah, okay.
Sorry about
So,
that.
sorry, we're live, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't have the earpiece,
Live.
I haven't had the earpiece for a while because they were like buzzing in my ear all the time.
You can't really think with
straighten
that
your back.
third voice in
Yeah,
you.
straighten your back, turn around, look at this. I'm like, damn. No, but the kids that day that it got hot, they wanted to.
Yeah, who was supposed to be showing up? Some celebrity or some sort of
Something.
influencer who's
But
not really
the
a
thing
celebrity.
is, stop believing the internet. If they say Charles Aloma and Lilia is going to be at this one place, go to our page and find out if we're going to go there. They said that somebody was supposed to be at this mall, and they never showed up because the person never said they were going to go.
Wow.
But someone put it on Facebook saying that they were going to go. But the problem is, they started acting amok, hitting glass.
That was the
running
problem.
around, doing stuff. Then, the other day, Chicago.
Destroying property.
Chicago. All these black and brown kids running around. And then I'm reading the comments. You see, President Trump needs to do something about this. First of all, this happened way before President Trump. Stop blaming the government. That's second of all. Hit it where it hits, the house.
Yeah.
It starts there.
Starts
Stop
in the
blaming the
home.
teachers. Stop blaming the doctors, the astronauts, the dog walkers. Like, they blame everybody but themselves.
It was Yeah.
If you knew your kids wasn't home, there's a problem. After school, home. Because I used to have to go, before I go outside, I had to go check in.
I had to go home.
Now all of a sudden, you don't have to check in?
No.
Well, I know they're going to say right now, oh, it's because their parents are probably not home.
No, their parents are their friends.
Both of them are probably working. First of all, if both parents are working, that means they have a pretty much good student, a good kid.
A responsible kid.
Right. This happens because you got that one parent that wants to be hood.
Be their
'cause
child's
I'm going to say it
friend.
straight up. This is
Hang
all
out with their
hood.
child on TikTok and, you know.
I'm sorry to say it, because I can't say this is black and brown people, because I know a lot of black and brown people that are decent, that are educated, and their kids are educated.
It's a ratchet thing.
No, it's a ratchet thing. It's a hood thing.
That takes the form of all colors in the rainbow.
Yes. This is tiring. So let's start blaming that. And then if they do something with their kids, now the government is the problem.
Well,
Why are you touching my kid? Why are you putting my kid in handcuffs? Oh, he's a good kid. He should have not got shot. Blah, blah.
Yeah, don't defend that.
Don't defend it, and your kids will start doing good. You know what I mean? It's just like the woman's saying, there ain't no good man around. Well, stop.
Stop saying that.
No, stop going for the bad ones. Tell these guys, pick up your pants. Any dollar bet, if all girls say, I'm not dating nobody that has their pants down.
They'll pull their fucking
all the kids
pants
will,
up.
Everybody will pull their pants
And
up.
pull their pants up. Stop showing their little booty holes.
But since you love it, they're going to keep it like that.
Oh, yeah.
Since they don't have to comb their hairs, because now all of a sudden these guys don't even comb their hair. They're wearing white shirts with poop stains on it.
And then I'm going to tattoo my whole face, too.
Oh, I love that. I love that. And then they wonder why they're not in their lives.
You know?
So if you condone it, it's going to happen. So my question is that they were saying, can a woman raise a boy by herself?
Yeah, of course, it's happened. Many women have raised many great men.
Now, not in these days.
I can't say the same for these days, but it's happening.
I'm sorry.
It's a historical
fact.
His story.
A woman cannot raise a boy totally, because you're not and never will be.
She shouldn't.
No, but you're not and never will be a boy. So you don't know the things
you
that
don't
we
know
really
what a
go
man
through.
a man needs a man.
Right. So no matter what, you cannot.
You know, only a mother can teach a girl how to be a woman.
Yes, but a man can teach both. You know why? Because a man can teach a woman what it is that men look for, and tell a girl what not to let a man do.
But if
the tricks that men do to females, because I know fathers that told their daughters,
of course,
listen,
this is what these boys are about.
But a girl cannot do that because they don't want to do that because they don't see it. You understand? That's what I'm saying. But as a woman, you can't tell a man, oh, treat a woman this way.
You can.
How can I treat?
You can show him through the way you're being treated.
But that's the thing.
You know.
How are you going to bring 5 baby daddies and tell a boy how to be a man?
No, there's no respect there with that, you know, because it's
so
your actions.
Either way, you still pretty much need both. Or at least, I'm not
Yes,
talking
you
about
do.
both parents. I'm talking about both figures.
Yes,
So
a
you can have
male
a-
and
you can have
a
your
female.
sister,
Yeah.
your aunt,
an uncle,
uncle.
older brother. It's absolutely important. A grandfather.
Right. So again, this brings us to admitting that you can't do it.
Yeah.
Admitting you had the problem. Your kid is out there running amok. Admit that you did not.
That you
teach
don't
your
have
kids
control.
correctly.
Yeah, you don't have
You don't have control. So if you can't, you want to know about this girl? Well, I can tell you how a girl feels. But you know what? Let me call your uncle, the one that had a lot of girls. Or let me call your uncle that had been married to the one person for 40 years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, get insight of these type of people. Or let me call your aunt. She's a real good hairstylist. As a man, I know how to do a ponytail. That's about it.
Yeah.
And then, or like this white guy who has a mixed kid. The wife is not in the picture no more.
He had to
He
learn.
went to his sister-in-law, who's black, and
Yeah.
said, can you teach me
Yes.
how to comb the hair? Homeboy does box. He does everything. And they said that wasn't him. It was the sister-in-law. The sister-in-law made a video and said, no, it wasn't.
Right.
Look at him now. And they showed the video with him doing it.
Oh.
Because he took the initiative to say, I can't do
need help.
this.
Yeah.
I need help.
I need to learn.
That's all we asking.
Once you learn, you don't have to keep asking for help, you know. But it takes that for you to take that ego out of the element.
They took the summer programs out. Now my kids can't go to summer school. Well, you don't work, so why don't you just take your kid out?
Take them out to run outside,
Let them
smell
learn.
the roses.
And even if you have two parents, I really don't really like when you have two parents and they both working daytime and you have a nanny taking care of the kid. I'm not too big on that.
Because they're still not there.
I'm not too big on that because now they're not going to respect you because they respect the nanny more.
Yeah.
And there was a funny video where the lady asked the boy, "What do you want to eat?" And in Spanish, with the accent and everything, he said, "I want some rice and beans with a chicken."
Right.
Matter of fact, can you give me
I want what you have, right? What you
she
make.
was like, "What the heck are you saying?" He says, "Well, mommy," and she said, "Who's your mommy?" Hello? He spends 15, 16 hours with the nanny, who's his Mexican.
Right.
So he picked up Spanish and everything. He hangs out with them. What you thought was going to happen? By the time you get home,
I don't
he's
understand
asleep.
that resentment towards the nannies. So it's like, you know, like they're just doing the best they can, and you're taking advantage of them by paying them less than what they're worth.
Or, of course, they give them room and
Didn't
board.
that happen
Of course they
downtown
give
in
'em room and board.
Manhattan? One of the Dominican nannies, she just lost it and killed the kids.
Yep. So,
Yeah.
listen.
Interesting show today.
Yes. Stop. Well, today's show is basically take initiative.
Yeah.
Take initiative. Things are happening because no one wants to take initiative, and no one wants to take the blame either.
Yeah.
No one wants to admit, I was wrong. My kid is out there doing this. People are scratching things. People are burning things. People are doing stupid things.
Hurting
we have
people.
more sheets now than ever.
Oh, man.
We don't have we had leaders growing up in the black and brown community.
Yeah.
Now we don't even have leaders no more.
We got influencers.
Influence with what? What they influencing you?
I can't
To not
say that
lead.
it's great, but they
influencing you. Not back in the days when it was called influencers. You know what they were called? Motivator speakers.
Motivational speakers, yeah.
They used to go out and tell their lives and motivate you and not to do it.
Tony Robbins.
Now all of a sudden you got these fake people that put up makeup and then talking about they're an influencer. They're influencing your kids to do wrong.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Watch what your kids are watching.
I mean, definitely. Some of the stuff that these kids are exposed to on the social media stuff is just ridiculous, you know.
Have you
It's
noticed
scary.
everything
It's really scary.
That goes viral is nothing good? I'll wait.
Nothing.
You name me something that went viral.
Right. I looked up and thought about it like, yeah, you're right.
I'll wait.
It's nothing beautiful for sure.
No.
You know.
There's no, let's paint a person's house challenge.
Right.
Or let's go get groceries for an old
Or
lady
rehouse
challenge.
these homeless people.
Yeah. Let's give clothes to a homeless people without taking video challenge. There's nothing like that.
No video involved.
Yeah,
in
there's
this
no
promotion.
challenges that are nice. Let's feed the homeless
The ice
today.
challenge.
The ice challenge.
For-
well, that was
for-
a family thing.
What
and
is
that
it?
was back in the day.
Yeah.
Well, for I don't even know.
It was that ALS.
Yeah. But how was you pouring ice going to make them money?
I don't know.
Think about it.
I have no idea.
Again, sheeps were jumping in, doing ice challenges, and we're raising money. How are you raising money? First of all, you wasted like about $5 on a bag of ice. And then no one said, I'm going to give you $20 if you put the ice over your head.
It's not an investment.
So you wasn't making money.
I mean, supposedly it's like that. Like you do the challenge and then you donate some money.
No one was donating. You're supposed to get the donation
I'd
first.
rather just donate than put the ice over my head.
Like back in the day.
You can write off a donation.
I remember when I was in school and they were donating for cancer. We had to knock on the doors and say, we're asking for 5 cents, 10 cents, or a quarter for every answer that I get right on the math test.
Oh, wow.
And they were like, okay, I'm going to donate 3 cents or something for every answer you get. My family gave me a nickel. No more than a nickel because they knew I was real good at math. They wasn't stupid. They was like, no, this boy's going to get a 90 to 100.
A nice fat one.
And I got to give them like at least $10 to $20. We ain't doing this. So my family was smart. People that did not know me was giving me 10 cents to a quarter. You know what I'm saying? But I remember those challenges.
Yeah.
Why can't we do those challenges again?
It's not popular.
If I get a B on a math test, you got to give me give $1 to cancer or $1 to this.
Yeah.
For every answer I get correct. Why don't we do challenges like that instead of worrying about if I can do this dance. The little TikToks here, whatever dances they do now. And then they say, we don't know what's wrong with the world.
Our priorities are messed up, man. You know, our priorities are messed up.
But anyway, let's get to some good, funny stuff.
What's the good stuff? What's the
What I
juicy
posted
fruit?
up because I was online. I don't know. You know, you ever get urge for something to eat?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, I had an urge to eat alphabet cereal from back in the days. And I was like, damn, I want some alphabet cereal.
The plain ones or the one with the marshmallow?
No, the plain ones.
Oh.
Because I wanted to eat, because I haven't ate it for like months, almost a year.
They
probably.
still make that?
No, that's what the problem was. I looked online and I was like, wait a
Couldn't
minute.
find it?
Why they don't have no alphabets? I was like, bugging. Let me go to General Mills website.
Yeah.
They don't have it. So I was like, maybe it's not General Mills. Maybe it's Kellogg's.
Kellogg's,
So I went to Kellogg.
No, it's
They
General
don't have
Mills.
it.
Yeah.
So I Googled what happened to alphabets. Discontinued.
Why?
So no
They didn't
one
say?
probably was
Maybe
eating
nobody
it.
was eating it. Yeah.
I don't know. But I put the question up was, what old cereal that you used to eat that you wish they bring back? And one person said kabooms. Kabooms, I remember.
familiar?
Oh, that was Evie, if I remember correctly.
Why does that sound familiar?
That was a Wick cereal with the marshmallows. I mean, King Vitamins is another one.
Okay. It's a big cereal.
Yeah, I was a cereal lover since I was a kid.
I still love cereal.
I still eat it. I just got Fruity Pebbles and Captain Crunch berries. Rhea knows. My son knows. I'm a cereal, especially at night. Instead of eating like
easy
cookies
snack.
or something, that's my little munchie. With milk.
With milk, of
Now here's a
course.
question:
What
with or
kind of
without
milk?
milk? Cereal lovers, let me know. Talk to me.
I guess it depends on what kind of cereals. People eat Cheerios, you know, hand
Nah,
Cheerios.
man, I gotta eat that with milk, man.
I personally like to eat cereal with milk.
My son eats it without milk. I'm like,
I don't like
you
it
think
with
this is a
milk
snack?
either. I don't
He
know.
like, he eat it like
Yeah.
it's popcorn
Like a
or
snack.
sunflower seeds. He's
Yeah.
talking about.
Yeah. People eat it like
Exactly,
that,
yeah.
like goldfish. Yeah. Just eat it.
Yeah, yeah. Evie said King Vitamins. King Vitamins was a ripoff of Captain Crunch, right? But it was a Wick cereal back in the days. Like if you have Wick, that was the cereal you get. Like Kabooms was a marshmallow type cereal. No Frills were
No
Wick,
Frills, yes.
was Wick. Johnny put. I never heard of no Grips. I was like, is that a real cereal? He just he's just putting a photo up. 'Cause I never heard.
You said he AI'd that?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I never heard of that cereal. Maybe I'm wrong.
No, you'd be surprised. Remember Blueberry?
Oh,
If you like
I heard
marshmallows,
they
that's
only give it on Halloweens now.
really.
I found it in
I bought it from Amazon a couple times.
Yeah, that's the only way you're gonna get it.
But you
in
gotta
the
buy
store,
it like a 5-pack or something like that.
They had it in Aldi's, and I'm like,
Did they?
Frankenberry, blueberry, and
What's the red
Coco
one?
Dracula or Dracula?
Yeah, Count Dracula.
Yeah.
Count Chocula.
Chocolate, something.
There's
like that.
another one.
But it's only on Halloween that they sell it in the stores.
Yeah.
I didn't know this. I was like, ooh, they bring it back. And then after Halloween, I went back, and the guy said, no, we only sell it on Halloween.
Yeah, you gotta stock up.
I was like, oh.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, I found out this year, when Halloween passed. I was like, I was all gassed up to go get me some Frankenberry. I'm like, what the heck? They done took Frankenberry
Wheaties
down.
too. You can't find Wheaties everywhere.
Yeah, you don't even hear about who's in the Wheatie box now.
No,
Remember
there's
before?
so many. What do you call it?
Who you gonna put? Influencers in the Wheaties box?
That's what I said. I mean, there's so many athletes that you could put on there.
No
I
one cares. No one
The
cares
last
for the Wheatie
athlete
bag.
was what? Bruce Jenner or something?
Before or after?
Before Caitlyn.
Before.
Caitlyn Jenner now.
Nah, Bruce was down there.
Oh, and my host over here who broke the rules. The question was, what cereal did they don't make that you wish they come back?
I know.
She came up with, I wish Cinnamon Toast Crunch wasn't so toxic. What the heck that had to do with my question?
Because I like Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
I know, I just bothered you, but I was like,
I just
what
can't
does that
eat
have to do?
it like I used to. Cause
Every marshmallow cereal tastes better.
Yeah.
I never stop eating. But I'm like, what does the toxic got to do with the old cereals that we wish comes back?
Yeah.
But
Because it doesn't taste the same. Cereal
No.
doesn't taste the same.
and it's so funny.
No.
Fruity Pebbles, when it said gluten free, I ate it. tasted
nasty.
nasty. The funny part about it, I did not know it said gluten free. I went back to the supermarket and I said, "Yo, this cereal is old." And she was like, "What?" I said, "Yeah, taste it." She was like, "Oh, I love Fruity
It
Pebbles."
wasn't expired though.
She went, "Ew, it is old." We didn't look at the date.
That's nasty.
She said, "It is old. I'm sorry. You want to get another box?"
You didn't look at the date.
I ate the box again, came back down.
The box expires a year from now.
No, she looked at the box. She said, "It's not expired." So we were like, and then when she turned it around, it said gluten free.
So maybe she bought it by accident.
No, it's gluten free.
Yeah.
That's why it was nasty. But then here's the kicker. Here's the kicker. They stopped. Their stocks went down because I was checking on them.
Yeah.
Their stocks went down. All of a sudden, it said gluten free on the box, but I noticed the stocks went up. So something told me go buy it again.
Yeah.
Why is it? It's now the taste is back where the way it was, but it still says
It's still
gluten free on the box.
gluten-free?
It's not gluten free. Come on,
Yeah.
man.
Wow.
Gluten free was that they took the sugar out because you can't take gluten out of wheat stuff.
Yeah.
And these cereals are made of
From wheat and rice. Yeah.
So there's no
Corn.
such thing as a gluten-free cereal. I hope you know that. But they took the taste out. Same thing happened with Twix. Tricks.
Oh, all the
Tricks
chocolates?
Tricks are for kids.
Tricks?
Tricks, right?
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah.
Listen.
How can you make a fruity cereal taste nasty though?
They took the flavor out of it, and they just left the coloring.
Yeah, that's even more toxic. Like,
Come on.
This
What
is-
was that cardboard?
Wow,
Cardboard
make
that
it
people
worth
used to
some.
eat?
What cardboard?
The one that looks like a patty, like an English muffin patty, but it was a cardboard.
A real cardboard?
No, it just tastes like a damn
I
cardboard.
don't know.
They got,
Like shredded wheat or
Yeah, it was like a crunchy type of round breaded biscuit or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it was like that's shredded wheat. It was like that big, like the size of
Listen.
your phone almost.
Listen, it was nasty.
There was no sugar.
no
There was no
sugar.
frost.
They were talking about it's good for you.
That and grape nuts are disgusting. I can't stand grape nuts. You ever had-
Grape nuts
you
is
be-
like
you could only
trail.
have like a spoonful of them, and you'll be chewing them forever.
Listen, grape nuts is just put it in the bag and
Ugh.
and you go hiking. Those
Oh
are trail
my
mix.
God, it
That's
tastes
what
like
those are.
dog food.
Those, OMG, the Arthur Charles Aloma. Hey, my boy Daniel
How's
Silva.
it going, Daniel?
Hey, my two people. Frank came on board, and now Danny.
That's what's up.
Let's
That's
go.
what's up.
Nightline Radio's in the house.
Represent.
So, yeah. Hey, yeah. You know, Danny, I had to put up my book, make sure people know I'm doing something different.
Absolutely.
But, Danny, we're talking about old cereals that we used to eat that we wish we can eat. They don't have it no more.
Now, do they still make Captain Crunch?
Yeah, but they don't even. Well, yeah, no, they do. They got the Captain Crunch
Peanut
berry.
butter.
That is the one they don't make no more.
Oh, I didn't like that one.
The
anyway.
peanut butter one.
My
they
dad
don't
used to
make.
eat that all the time.
The Oops Captain Crunch.
All berries.
Yeah, the all berry one. They don't
That
make
thing
those.
used to cut the roof of my mouth.
The Captain Crunch, I cannot eat it without warm milk.
God.
I have to put warm milk
to
in
make it soft.
No, it's just the way. Sugar
Yes,
Smacks.
dig 'em.
Oh my God, that's the frog, right?
Yeah, dig 'em.
Yes. Oh my God, that I don't know.
And Sugar Bear too. Sugar Bear.
No, wasn't the
Sugar Bear.
Honey Smacks.
Honey Smacks.
Honey Smacks was the bear. Sugar Smacks was the frog. Right?
I don't know.
I think it was like
What's
that.
the difference? They just made different mascots, I guess.
Yeah, it was different mascots. It was just not.
Yeah.
Anything.
Yeah. The honey bear was first, I think, and then the frog.
Yeah, mine was alphabets, honeycomb.
Honeycomb. Me one
And so-
honeycomb.
They bring honeycombs back, so you know that one was on my man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they bring the honeycombs back, which is good, but it's not the same, you know.
No, it doesn't taste the same.
So hey,
Nothing tastes the same as it used to. The chocolates, like
thank God that you said chocolate, because I was gonna say not to jump off the cereal.
it's got a filmy taste to it.
But you know, Quicks came back with the
Nestle
original taste. If you go to some supermarkets, the
How?
powder, it says original taste. I tried it, and I was like, memories just popped up
Oh,
in my
that's
head.
nice.
Bam, bam, bam. Because
That's
the taste of it just bring back so much memories. Because I was telling a friend of mine,
Did they use the same
wasn't the bear
ingredients?
a pimp?
Yeah, he was Sugar Bear.
was. He was like, hey, how you doing, man? That is
He
so
was
true.
real low key and smooth.
That is so true.
Just cool as hell all the time. I'm just eating some cereal, baby.
All right, I'm just kidding. You want some of this? and it's sugar smack.
I'm your pusher.
Nah, but try that out. Nestle Quicks came back with their original taste. Came back. They
Same
said,
ingredients?
yeah, they said limited time. So some of the stores probably still have them.
Why?
But I prefer that because Ovaltine was a good chocolate milk. But
It was healthy.
But it's expensive now.
Is it?
Yeah,
I don't even know where to find it.
That's why. None of the supermarkets really carry it, and if they do, they carry like 5 or 6 at a time because it's so expensive now.
Wow.
Because everybody
Like
realized,
$15?
yeah, for the big one.
Yeah.
Because everybody realized Ovaltine was good protein
Yes.
chocolate milk.
Yes, it
so
tastes
since
good and it was
healthy
good
food got to
for
be
you.
expensive,
Right.
I'm like, you was never that expensive. Now that healthy is in, you want to put your price up.
The thing is, like, that
it's
shouldn't
not
be a
even that great
fad.
tasting.
Healthy shouldn't be a fad. It should just be our automatic way of life. Why do we have to sacrifice just to eat bare essentials?
Yeah. No,
You
no.
know?
Okay, Honey Smacks is the
Honey
fraud.
Smacks,
And then
and
Honeycombs
then
has to be.
different brands.
Yeah.
Post and General Mills.
And yeah.
Yeah.
And Golden Chris was the
Can't get enough
the-
of that
the-
golden Chris.
was a
Yeah.
pimp daddy. It was another
Sugar baby.
one. So back in the days they used to use cartoon characters to sell the cereals
To the
because it
kids,
was
yeah.
all, cereal based thing. Lucky Charms,
You gotta have a mascot to sell it to kids.
Tricks is for kids.
Yeah.
And they kept pushing it for kids, but Tricks is not for kids. It's, I eat Tricks too.
Oh.
And breakfast is not just for morning time.
No, it's not. Oh,
Well-
it's the best at night.
Well, even if it's at night, it's still morning on the other side.
True.
You know what I mean?
It's always 5 o'clock somewhere, right?
So call somebody on the other side of the world and be like, good morning. That way you don't feel bad when you're eating cereal.
Oh, across China.
Cookie Crisp.
I like Cookie
Danny,
Crisp.
I just had that a couple of weeks ago, Cookie Crisp, and we were going to buy it
Did it
the
taste
other
the same?
day. Somewhat.
Yeah.
It's the flavor left a little bit, because when they went from sugar canes to artificial sugar, I guess, the sugar is not the same of it.
It's not the same.
But it's still good. Now that one, I used to act like it was Oreos, dip them in my milk when I was small and eat it.
Have you tried the Oreo cereal before?
No, I don't go that far. I don't go that
The
far.
Reese's cereal was good.
I don't even do
I like that.
I don't even do the Chip Ahoy cereal. Now, you're going overboard.
Yeah, no, Cookie Crisp is the limit for that, but
Yeah.
that's the original
Cookie
cereal.
Crisp, I used to be like, I used to take the
Cookie Crisp.
the sandwich bags and fill it up and then take it to school. And that used to be my snack.
Oh, somebody's snacking on cereal here,
In
huh?
the Cookie Crisp when I was young. I was like, because I didn't see it as cereal. I seen it as cookies. So, yeah, that was a good one. I like those brands. But I'm going to go here. I'm going to name some of the old school.
Corn brand?
Old school cereals no longer available. And I was in shock for some of them. Pink Panther Flakes. I never even heard of them.
Are those Frosted Flakes?
I don't know.
I saw red Frosted Flakes in the supermarket.
Donkey Kong Crunch. I heard of that.
No, I haven't.
Back in the days. That was when they had...
That was the Nintendo thing.
Yeah,
Nintendo
when they had
like
Mr.
a...
T cereal. I don't know if anybody remembers. They had Mr. T cereal as well. They even had Ghostbusters cereal at one time.
Had marshmallows?
Yeah. They had the marshmallows and stuff. Strawberry honeycomb. I even forgot about that.
I don't remember.
Exactly the face that I had when I first tasted strawberry honeycomb. That's probably why they don't have it no more.
Corn squares.
Corn squares. Yeah, that's
Checks.
Chex, right? But Chex is like those little meals you eat when you leave.
What?
When you going on a safari or
You
something.
talking about Chex Mix? I've
Yeah.
never in my life had Chex Mix, but I've had Chex cereal. Yeah.
I was like, what?
The Muddy Buddies
See,
and
look, the Mr. T.
Yeah.
Mr. T.
Yeah.
Banana Frosted Flakes. What
might
the
be
hell?
good.
Now, I put bananas in my cereal.
Right. Banana.
But not banana flavor cereal. I
Yeah,
never-
if you maybe like a Special K or something like that. No.
Oh, I even forgot about this
I
one.
like Red Berry Special K.
Mini buns.
I wanted to try that.
Mini buns. Well, they don't sell it anymore.
I
You
think
can't
they
try it
have
no more.
another. They actually have a Cinnabon. Somebody has some sort of partnership with Cinnabon, one of those cereals.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay. I remember. Now I'm going to show my age.
Buffaloes.
From Kellogg's. It was called Kellogg's All Stars. It was like Lucky Charms without the marshmallows, but they were All Stars.
Oh, really?
You know the crunchy part of the Lucky Charms? It was that, but it was All Stars only. It was only stars.
Was it
They
good?
call it All Stars. It tasted like Lucky Charms without the
without the
marshmallows. But that was gone.
Alphabet cereal.
I don't know why they got Fruity Pebbles here because they bring it back on the list.
Oh, yeah.
So they bring
we used
those
to have
back.
a lot of Fruity and Cocoa Pebbles.
All right. Who remembers this? Rainbow Bright.
Rainbow Bright. I remember Rainbow Bright.
Rainbow Bright cereal.
Not the cereal, though.
Wow. There goes the Mario's cereal.
Yeah, that was in the 80s.
The Waffle Crisps.
I feel like I tried that.
You tried Waffle Crisps?
I think so.
I don't know.
Dinky Donuts.
Blueberry. There's the one that you were saying.
Grins and smiles, giggles and laughs.
What the heck kind of cereals are these?
That seems like some sort of baiting.
Mr.
Meet me in the white van outside of your
This
house.
had to be like 50s or 60s. Mr. Wonderful Surprise.
Oh boy, I got something in my front pocket for you.
Grins and smiles and giggles and laughs.
Sir Great Fellow.
Oh no. And then Dinky
Okay.
Donuts.
Yeah.
Now these had to be like way before I was born.
But
Sir Great.
Sounded like a 60s era type.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
maybe
yeah.
70s. They
Probably.
didn't have that in the 60s, I don't think. Maybe.
Oh,
Maybe the Star Trek one.
yeah, I was gonna say, who remembers when Sugar Smacks used to do like Star Treks,
And,
whatever was
Star
in that
Wars.
month. They had G.I. Joe on their covers.
Yeah.
All right, Danny, man,
thanks
take
for
care.
joining us.
Gremlins. I
never-
remember that one,
never.
the Gremlin cereal.
That's creepy, that sugar crinkle.
Oh my God.
Then you
Hey,
said you
Danny, I
gotta catch
hope
up.
you could come to the
Book signing?
book signing. Come around. Gremlins, I remember that cereal. It didn't last too much. It was like peanut butter,
Ew.
so that's why it didn't last too long.
Yeah, the only peanut butter cereal I liked was the Reese's Peanut Butter Puffs. That was decent.
E.T. cereal,
Yeah.
they had that. Indiana Jones, I remember them.
Oh, boy, I can imagine.
There it is. That's the one I was thinking about. Fruity Yummy Mummy. They were trying to take their cereal from Count Dracula
Yeah.
and all of them. They made Fruity Yummy.
Why not just
All right,
add that?
Dan.
All right, why not just add that to the...
No, they did, but it didn't last long. It didn't last long.
Nobody cared for that.
Nobody cared for it. So that's why I'm
Because
saying.
it was no different from... You got Blueberry and you got the Frankenberry. How many other berry you need?
Yeah. Yeah. But like I said, I remember Kabooms.
Kaboom.
Kabooms were
Was that
a
fruity?
marshmallow
Yeah.
WIC kind of commercial. I mean commercial cereal.
Yeah.
It was pretty good.
Ice cream
But it
cone.
changed your milk into different colors.
Yeah,
And
that's
then you
always
drink
fun.
it like it was chocolate milk or strawberry milk
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So it was pretty good.
That's always fun. And you know what? What's up with not having any more freaking prizes in the
That
cereal
I was gonna
boxes?
say.
Like, that kills me. The nerve of them. Raise the prices and you don't get nothing. Not a sticker, not a cozy or nothing.
No, I remember like
That was the highlight.
nobody in my house wanted to open the cereal first because they know the prize is not on the top.
It's on the bottom.
It's in the middle of the
So
bottom.
unless you pour everything back in the box, slick,
I was one of them.
I did it too.
I used to pour the whole thing in a big rice bowl.
Yeah, big bowl.
Get the
take
prize, put it back in, and close it up. So
Yeah.
when my brothers come in the next day, the prize was gone.
Then they started putting them outside of the bag and
Yeah.
between the box and the bag, so it wasn't fun anymore.
Yeah, but it was fun digging in
What
and looking
happened?
for.
That's always a catch. Like
And
you get a little
my
free
mom played the
something.
game one time. It was like, okay, no more taking out the prize. Whoever gets it in their bowls when you pour it
Right.
gets to keep it.
So you try to pour extra amount of
Yeah.
Your
But-
bowl's like this big.
That's what I say. I was the smart one. I had a
You gotta
big
eat
round
it all.
bowl. The
A
salad
mixing
bowl.
bowl.
I had the salad bowl that we use for the cake mixes and stuff.
Ran out of milk.
Since I was cereal eater anyway. I was like, somehow, somewhere, I'm going to get this product.
Eat it.
Let me tell you, people, it didn't work.
You know, what happened?
Half of the times, it was like the second brother, whoever it is going to get it.
Yeah.
You know, it was like, if
Yeah.
I would just pour one more time.
Or
one
get just
more.
a little less.
Or just a little.
Because if you did a little less, he would have did a little bit more, and then your next, yeah.
Yeah, so it didn't work all the time. It was a
That's
good.
funny.
It was a good plan on paper.
Yeah. They need to return that
Then
to
the
that.
second problem with my plan was, since I poured it in the bowl, I had to eat it. I couldn't throw it away.
Yes, and
My
then it
parents
gets
were like,
mushy.
"No, you want to sit there until you finish eating. You want to get a big bowl and eat. Now you got to suffer.
Now you gotta eat it all.
And you're
Mushy ass
gagging
cereal.
and stuff, trying to eat the last one. Like, you know, it's all mushy. No, come on now.
Not warm.
Especially if it was Frosted Flakes. Frosted Flakes, you better have the fast hand.
Yeah.
If you put the milk and you turn around to talk to somebody, come back. It's gone. So how you been doing? Oh, man.
It's gone.
It's gone. The sogginess
That's it.
is kicked in.
Seriously.
Even though Frosted Flakes is good,
Right.
but it gets
It's
soggy.
for a limited
quick.
time. You gotta.
Limited.
It's like losing the gum out of losing the flavor out of the gum.
And that even the gum lasts longer.
Yeah.
Because Frosted Flakes, you gotta. That's why my son eats Frosted Flakes without milk. Because he said it gets soggy.
Good
Yeah,
plan.
because you took too long. You took 2 spoons.
Definitely can't have a conversation over that, bro.
You took 2 spoons. If you take 2 spoons, it better be big spoons.
Just drink it.
you gotta be like the Chinese movies with the rice. Because if not, it's gonna get soggy, man.
You gotta stay on it.
But keep the comments coming because I want to know what cereals you ate
What do you think about this?
that haven't been
fiasco?
out. Next week we're gonna speak about old commercials.
Yeah.
I want to do that.
They put a lot of effort into the commercials back then. Like
Yeah.
these days, they just throw it at us. Here, take this.
like theme songs and commercials.
Yeah.
You really don't hear it. And let's go a little further. Theme songs on shows today.
Sitcoms.
They are normally not instrumentals now.
Especially like TGIF stuff. You know, like.
Yeah, they like the old school ones had theme songs. Now they got instrumentals. I'm like, I don't want to hear instrumentals.
Yeah, I wanna hear the
I want to
song,
hear a
the
song.
vocals.
You know what happened to the good old days?
Well,
you
I
know,
guess the producers
the
doesn't want to
paperboy,
pay
the music.
royalties or an artist to.
Wow.
Well, it don't matter. Pay it. They make a lot of money.
Right. You still.
Yeah.
It makes a
Come on.
difference, because that's part of the
If you
show.
start singing a song like everywhere you look, everywhere you know.
Somebody who needs you.
You see?
You think of San Fran, right?
You automatically you know. You know. Even though I don't know the whole song, Apollo, whatever, whatever. The Laverne Shirley, we're gonna make it.
I did it. I did
yeah,
it. I
nobody
did it.
knows
I
that
did it.
first part, but we're gonna make it. We're gonna make your dreams come true. Everybody starts singing that part, but the first part, whatever.
Yeah, when they're doing that
Oh,
double
or
dutch
the,
or whatever.
I'm moving on up.
Yes.
The Jeffersons, you know what I'm saying?
Good
But-
times.
Good time. But we're going to talk about that next week. We don't want to get too much away. So, again, ladies and gentlemen, check out my new book coming out. Check us out next week as we talk about jingles and more. You know, we're going to go old school. We're going to go 80s next week. Matter of fact, I'll probably come with a LL Cool J.
70s and 80s. How about that?
With a Kango hat or something. I don't know. You know?
How about it? How about it?
So, matter of fact,
Members
I'm
only?
gonna come out with a jacket next week that you're gonna see. We're gonna go 80s out here.
I love the 80s.
And so check them out. We're gonna be back next week.
All right.